Have you ever stopped moving forward because of fear, as if shrouded in a dark shadow, unable to see the light ahead? Fear is an obstacle to the soul, which makes us unable to live in the present and spread our wings. However, fear is not unbreakable. When you learn to observe your heart and accept your vulnerability, you can find that there is infinite power and wisdom hidden behind fear. Fear is an unknown projection, like a thick cloud covering the light of the soul. But just as the sun always hangs high, the light never really disappears. As long as we observe with our hearts, we can find that what frightens us is just an illusion given by ourselves. Every time we muster up the courage to face the fear in our hearts, it is like opening the clouds and welcoming the light hidden behind the clouds. The root of fear comes from persistence and ignorance, while the antidote is acceptation and trust. When we are willing to face it calmly, fear can no longer control our hearts. Just as a seedling can break through the hard soil, the courage of the soul can also penetrate obstacles and bloom the flower of hope. Learn to let go of your obsession and accept all possibilities, and fear will dissipate like melting snow. The road to emotional freedom begins with the awakening of the heart. Although fear makes people feel vulnerable, it is also a door to inner strength. When we no longer resist fear, but regard it as a part of life, we can transform its energy into help. Fear tells us where we need love and where we need to break through. It is the guide of the soul and the opportunity for growth. There are always dark moments in life, but these moments can teach you how to light the light in your heart. Fear makes us stop and reminds us to examine our inner needs. When you choose to embrace the darkness and turn fear into wisdom, you can not only find the way to relief, but also find your own light. Fear often stems from worry about the future or obsession with the past. True freedom comes from learning to live in the present and accept yourself at this moment. When you stop avoiding or resisting, but look straight at your inner feelings with a calm heart, you can regain control of the direction of life. Every moment in the present is an opportunity to get rid of fear and an entrance to discover freedom. Love and fear are two kinds of forces, but only love can penetrate the barrier of fear. When you look at yourself with compassion and regard fear as a friend who needs to be appeased, you can turn it into a source of wisdom. With love as the starting point and courage as the pace, the shadow of fear will eventually dissipate, and the light of hope will lead us forward. Vulnerability is not a defect, but a bridge to power. When you bravely admit your fears and allow yourself to find answers in pain, you can discover the infinite potential hidden in your heart. Every storm in life is a tening, which makes our hearts tougher and wider. In many cases, fear comes from the obsession with a certain result. Learning to let go is not to escape, but to understand the impermanence of life and accept uncontrollable things. When you choose to let go of obsession, you can embrace the present with a more open mind, embrace the unknown, and embrace yourself. The moment you put it down is the starting point of freedom.